ICSC Mathematics Class 10th, Chapter 13, Exercise 13B, Question number 24. A point P moves so that the perpendicular distance from two given parallel lines AB and CD are equal. State the locus of the point P. देखिए यहाँ पर AB और CD दो लाइन पैरेलल लाइन दिया हुआ है. AB is parallel to CD given. P moves in such a way that its distance from the two given parallel lines AB parallel to CD are equal. Therefore, the P moves locus of P in the middle of AB and CD as well as its locus is parallel to the both lines. देखिए P मूव्स करेगा ऐसे और इसका जो डिस्टेंस है परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम AB will be also equal to perpendicular distance between the point P and CD. Means this P will move in between the AB and CD exactly, mean midway. Now question number 25. Two straight lines PQ and PK cross each other at P at an angle of 75 degree. S is a stone on the road PQ, 800 meter from P towards Q. By drawing a figure to a scale 1 centimeter is equal to 100 meter, locate the position of the flag stop X, which is equidistant from P and S and is also equidistant from the roads. देखिए रोड कौन कौन सा है. यहाँ पर PK एक रोड है और एक है PQ रोड. इन दोनों रोड के बीच में जो एंगल बन रहा है वो 75 डिग्री है. हमने क्या किया है, P से एक एंगल P पर इसका एंगल बाइसेक्टर ड्रा कर दिया है. PR जो है इट इज एंगल बाइसेक्टर ऑफ एंगल KPQ और QPK. अब there is a one stone which is 800 meter away from P towards Q. Means PS is equal to 800 meters. तो मीटर में है, इसको हमने एक स्केल बन दिया हुआ है 1 सेंटीमीटर इज इक्वल टू 10 मीटर. सो PS विल बी इक्वल टू 8 सेंटीमीटर, दैट इज 800 मीटर ऑन ग्राउंड. XY इज द राइट बाइसेक्टर. देखिए PS का हमने राइट बाइसेक्टर ड्रा किया है. XY बाइसेक्टर PS इज द राइट बाइसेक्टर विच इंटरसेक्ट द एंगल बाइसेक्टर एट X. अब एंगल बाइसेक्टर को कहाँ पर इंटरसेक्ट करता है, X पर, जहाँ पर हमने फ्लैग स्टॉप लगाया है. अब ये फ्लैग X जो है इट शुड बी equidistant from P and S. First. Second, it should be equidistant from the road PK and PQ. So perpendicular distance will be always taken. So just drop a perpendicular XZ and XY. These two should be equal and XP is equal to XS. So the location which I have shown here. So X is equidistant from the road PK. X is equidistant from the roads PK and PQ as it lies on the angle bisector PR, whose perpendicular distances are ZX and YZ. Perpendicular distance are ZX and here also perpendicular bisector. X is the equidistance from the roads PK and PQ as it lies on the angle bisector PR, whose perpendicular distances are ZX and YX. It should be YX. ध्यान दीजिए, x is equidistant from the road PK and PQ as it lies on the angle bisector PR, whose perpendicular distances are zx and yx, as well as x is equidistant from P and S. S जो है स्टोन है, as x lies on the right bisector of PS. So in this way the question number 25 is completed. Now proceed to the question number 26. State the locus of the point in rhombus ABCD which is equidistant from first AB and AD and A and C. देखिए ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. We know that the diagonal AC bisect the angle A, therefore the all points lie on AC are equidistant. AC के ऊपर जितने भी पॉइंट होंगे they will be equidistant from AD and AB. AB and AD के equidistant पर होंगे, क्योंकि ये एंगल बाइसेक्टर जो है एंगल A का, the angle bisector contains all those points which are equidistant from the arms of the angle. So all points lie on AC are equidistant from AB and AD. Second part का आंसर होगा O is the intersecting point of diagonal BD and AC. Therefore O is equidistant from A and C. A and C से O जो point है equidistant से, क्योंकि diagonal bisect each other at right angle also in rhombus. So hence O is the intersecting point of the diagonal BD and AC. Therefore O is equidistant from A and C. Now proceed to the question number 27. Points A, B, C represent the position of three towers such that AB is equal to 60 meters, BC is equal to 73 meters and CA is equal to 52 meters. Taking a scale of 10 meter is equal to 1 centimeter, make an accurate drawing of ABC. Find by drawing the location of the point which is equidistant from ABC and its actual distance from any of the towers. देखिए, three towers are given A, B, C. The distance between the A and B tower is 60 meters, so that can be represented by 6 centimeter on paper. BC distance is 73 meter on ground, so it can be represented on paper, that is 7.3 centimeter. And CA, the distance between the tower C and A is 52 meters, so on paper it will be 5.2 centimeter. Now first of all what we will do, that we will just draw the right bisector of the side AB, side BC and side CA. तीनों साइड के हम राइट बाइसेक्टर ड्रा करेंगे and the concurrent point will be O. मीन्स तीनों राइट बाइसेक्टर जो है वो आपस में एक दूसरे को कहाँ पर कट करेंगे, O पॉइंट पर. So the OA, OB and OC are equal because you see any points lying on perpendicular bisector of any sides are equidistant from ends, means from B and C. Similarly here the O lie on the right bisector of AB, so O will be equal to OA and OB. Similarly O point lies on the right bisector of CA, therefore the O is equidistant from C and A. And this point is required, this point is known as circumcenter, where the right bisector intersect each other, that point is known as circumcenter. Why it is called circumcenter? Because if you take the radius equal to OA or OB or OC and draw a circle, it will just circumscribe the given triangle, and the radius is generally known as capital R. You see, practically which I have done here, and I just measured the value of angle A is 80 degree, B is 44 degree, C is 56 degree. There is one formula to work out the radius also. Theoretically you can do it. Side A means the side opposite to the, that is BC. BC divided by E twice of sin A. sin A कितना है? 80 डिग्री है. देखिए 80 डिग्री है तो साइन ऑफ 80 डिग्री की वैल्यू वर्कआउट किया 0.98. आपके बुक के लास्ट में दिया हुआ है नेचुरल साइन, नेचुरल कोसाइन, नेचुरल टेंजेंट. फ्रॉम देयर यू कैन फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ साइन ए, sin B, sin C also. So this is one of the method which I am telling you, that to find out the OA, OB or OC, that is R, means circle radius of the circumcircle, it will be done like this: A upon twice sin of A, that will be 7.3, it is already given, 2 into 0.98. So work out, you can get 3.72. Similarly here, there is a second formula which I am telling you, that is circumscribed, so radius of the circumcircle can be worked out by applying A into B into C, means the product of the three sides, whole divided by 4 times of the area of the triangle. You can find out the area of the triangle with the help of the Heron's formula. You see, the similarly here R, capital R, can be worked out by B upon twice of sin B, C upon twice of sin C. Any formula, either this one A1, A upon 2 sin A, or B upon 2 sin B, or C upon 2 sin C. Any formula you can apply, and you can just by calculation you can work out the exact distance. And if you do it in practically also, I have done it practically. So it is the distance on ground will be, this is then OA, OB, OC is equal to 3.7 centimeter. On distance on ground it will be 37 meter. As per the calculation, you see the radius which will be coming on paper, it will be 3.697. Here it is 3.72. Here I have done it with the help of Heron's formula. You see the area of the triangle is 15.4 centimeter square by Heron's formula. So just to go in details of it, I have given all these things. Otherwise you have to do only the practical work here, constructional work. That is, you have to draw perpendicular bisectors which intersect each other and measure the distance between OA and OB and OC. In all cases, it will be equal. That's all. Now proceed to the question number 28. DF or fixed point DEFG is a variable rhombus. Find the locus of E. You see, I have drawn a rhombus, that is DEFG, in which D and F are the fixed point, means it is not moving, whereas E and G, these are coming closer and going apart. So that will affect the side of the rhombus. I have given it, this is the different point path of E is E1, E2, E3, E4. Similarly here G1, G2, G3, G4. If you join, you can get the different or variable rhombus. So you see the DEFG is a variable rhombus. The locus of E is the perpendicular bisector of DF. D and F are the fixed point, which is EG. Now see what will be the variable rhombus R. You see D, E, F, G first, the outer. Second one D, E1, F, G1. D, E2, F, G2. D, E3, F, G3. D, E4, F, G4. And D and F are the fixed points. So in order to explain the what do we mean by the variable, means it is just coming closer and going apart from this DF. If you draw the perpendicular bisector of DF, these points will come on that, means E1, E2, E3, E4 and G4, G3, G2, G1 and G, all these points lie on the locus. So in this way the question number 28 is completed.